What's good, YouTube? It's jazzlovesmma here, and I'm going to be talking about UFC Fight Night Apex, Gamrot versus Salkilld. Happened a little bit ago, but took some time to enjoy myself after the event, because if you follow me on my Twitter, you guys knew it was my birthday today, or to call it like an hour ago. It was officially my birthday. Yes, I'm an aunt now, but enough of my personal life. Let's get into talking about this amazing Apex card that the UFC gave me for my birthday. I'm just gonna see this as a birthday gift to me. So yeah. Mateusz Gamrot versus Quillan Salkilld. Salkilld rocked him early with that left hook. Was able to scramble with Gamrot very well. Got out of the heel hook and knee bar that Gamrot was really setting up and trying to get. Gamrot looked like he kind of gassed himself out doing that. He was huffing and puffing really badly. And Salkilld eventually takes down Gamrot and then finds the sub. It was really impressive. This was a very impressive performance to me. I really did not expect. I thought if Salkilld won, it wouldn't be that like that. But it was very impressive. I should have just picked Salkilld. I should have just trusted what I saw in the Dan Hooker fight. And yeah. But amazing performance from Salkilld. Sky's the limit. I think he is the real deal now. But for what's next for him, Max Holloway or Oliveira, like one of those two guys who are at the top, who don't have like a clear, definitive next fight for themselves, I think someone like that should be for Salkilld. Maybe you could fight by the end of the year, get him on MSG, main card, featured fight, somewhere around there. I think that's a good spot for Salkilld because he fights Holloway. Those aren't, or Oliveira, those won't be fights that you can put on a fight night. That's pay-per-view worthy fights, and I think a big moment to put Salkilld on is on MSG. He looked really good, striking, the grappling really impressed me. Showed great balance. He is very calm in the grappling and all that. Gamrot, I don't know what's next for him. Puts him in a tricky position. I don't think you give him another unranked guy to let him feed off of. Honestly, maybe you give him Usman Nurmagomedov. I think that's maybe what you do. Depends where Usman really gets ranked after this. Not where Gamrot gets ranked after this, but yeah. If I had to do, I'll talk about performance bonuses after. They're probably being given out already. But Diego Ferreira versus Billy Quarantillo. Diego Ferreira's straight shots, the 1-2s and the 1-2, the 1-2, 2-1 looked fantastic tonight. It was rocking Billy Q the entire first round. I think even dropping him. Had some fast kicks early as well. Quarantillo really had no success in the first. Round 2, Quarantillo starts fighting his jab more. Ferreira looks like he's clearly slowing down, but Ferreira is still landing the bigger shots, still like landing really cleanly. He gets caught on the nose by the jabs of Quarantillo that he's starting to land, and Quarantillo's just starting to walk through all the shots, but it's still just too much volume from Ferreira in round 3. It's about the same, but Quarantillo's like really picking it up more. He's still getting rocked. He's still getting stung bad. The 1-2, 1-2. I love that combination so much. He was flowing in it so well. I didn't like the southpaw work from Ferreira, but even in southpaw, he was laying the left hands over the top. It looked really nice. His striking looked pretty good all night, and he doesn't get the finish. He gets like I think he slips something at the end of the first, or he shoots bad, or at the end of the third, and he shoots a bad takedown, and he like just accepts bottom position. He knows he has the win. I scored a 30-27, I guess, and yeah. Shit main. I'm gonna be honest. Shit main event, a co-main event. If it just felt like the jump from this fight to Gamrot Salkilld was just really big. So yeah, but Quarantillo sent him to MVP MMA, and for Diego Ferreira, give him another dunk. Give him like Jared Gordon or like Jim Miller. Ooh, should give him Jim Miller. That's probably like a rematch that I'm off the top of my head. I can't remember. Moving on to the featured fight, Darren Elkins versus Yadir Divine. Dude, first punch to Yadir like lands clean, just fucking bombs and sends Darren Elkins flying. He just goes flying into his fucking into the crowd where with Elkins' family. It was sad to see, but it was hilarious because it's actually the guys marching him down. Elkins like slips. They get up, bang, big left hand. sends fucking Elkins flying with his high school, like 15, like 16-year-old dude's haircut. I look-y have that right now, but my hair's not curly, so it doesn't look like that. But good retirement for Darren Elkins. That was like the big part of this card other than the main event. Darren Elkins is retiring. And then he gets fucking bombed like that in front of like Uriah Faber and Andre Philly. Not much to talk about, but fucking yeah. Then Yadir Levi is like yapping on the post fight. I didn't even hear what he said, but he was just yapping that entire time. Amanda Lemos versus Alexia Tarnara. Honestly, this fight was fucking. It was pretty good. Round one, fast kicks from both like looking like pretty clean. Lemos is landing a good, like some good left hands. They're getting through in the open stance, landing, and it's like starting to swell up under Tainara. But I think Tainara just starts winging shots over the top, and then she starts smudging against the fence. She fucking hits Amanda Lemos in the cooter, and everyone's surprised. It's pretty awkward because she's just there touching her vagina, live, and we're all just looking at her. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I thought it was to the body. I was like, oh my gosh, she's about to finish her like with knees to the body in this clinch. But no, it hit her in the vagina. And they go back at it. They're scrapping. They're like swinging back and forth. I thought Dainara took it though. She was just controlling in the clinch as well. And then she started finding her kicks better. She was defending the kicks of Lemos better as well. Round two, I think Lemos like nearly drops Dainara. She like punches her and Dainara goes down and she's like hands down, ass up. Looked like she was about to shake ass. She survives. She clinches. But Levels looked really good in round two. She was looking fast. The kicks were there. The body kicks were there the entire fight for rounds 1 and 2. Landing some good leg kicks. But it was competitive. But then there'd be like, I think in the first round, like 3 minutes of it was Dainara like kneeing Lemos to the body in the clinch against the fence. Round 2 was probably just 2 minutes worth of like Dainara kneeing Amanda Lemos against like with the leg. Then she gets like a late takedown in the second. Doesn't do anything with it. They scored a 30-27. I don't know how they gave her the second round, but Dainara ends up taking the third, landing big shots. Lemos is looking gash. She's like knees to the body are probably like killing her. Because Dainara really was digging them in. But it was like fight. They're swinging, they're stinging each other back and forth. It was honestly a pretty good fight. But then for like 2 minutes of round 3, she just is like holding her against the fence and getting some takedowns. Nothing against her, she has some pretty good takedowns herself, but yeah, just not the best look to hold someone against the fence in fan perspective. But honestly, it was a fun fight. When I wasn't looking at my phone, because I realized they just broke from the clinch, I was like, okay, I gotta watch because these girls look like they could knock each other out any second. They both hit pretty hard, so pretty good performance from Tainara. I can't tell if she had a better performance than Suarez and Robertson. Like in the grappling she did, but on the feet she did. Because she was stinging Amanda Lemos. And she was like dog for dog with Amanda Lemos. Then she would smudge her against the fence. But moving on to Billy Ray Goff versus Ty Miller. Dude, Ty Miller just fucking put a whooping on him. Round 1, Goff was looking for the takedown. I switched my pick after this. I made my prediction video. I immediately switched my pick to Ty Miller after because I realized I was like, dude, the Trey Waters fight just is even worse for Billy Ray Goff because Ty Miller has what to work off of. Billy Ray Goff was trying to get takedowns. He wasn't getting it. He was landing some decent elbows off the break, but the jab of Miller was there for him. He even lands like a head kick that like Goff catches and he tries getting takedown, but he just stays balanced. Ty Miller's balance was looking phenomenal. The takedown defense was phenomenal. And then round 2, 10-8s him. Just beating the shit out of him. The 1-2s, the 1-3 or the 2-3. Just beautiful work from Ty Miller. I didn't like near the end of the round when he was like having Billy Ray Goff really rocked. He kept looking for uppercuts. They were just like it's like too short of a motion for the distance. But he still looked pretty good. Obviously, he's a Golden Gloves champion. And he just looks like phenomenal boxing combinations. What he ripped to the body. Just nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. Welterweight has like a good boxer. Like in the unranked. We had JDM, but we have another new era of like boxers coming into the sport. We have the Ethan Ewings, we have the Ty Millers now. These two guys are like coming in looking fucking phenomenal. And that Ty Miller just got the finish in round 3. Honestly, I don't know why the coaches of and the team of Billy Ragoff just let him out into the 3rd. Like, why would you do that? And they're like, just don't engage with him. Just stop the fight. He took unnecessary damage in that 3rd round. The right hand down the pipe was there. Melee rocked him. Early Miller misses the cross. Like, it's very slow and he just throws it out there. But when he starts finding his timing, because he's one of the best jabs I've seen, especially for a prospect, it just looks so clean. He's like, pop, 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 pop. He pumps it out there. He sets everything up with it. It's beautiful stuff. Ty Miller's a great prospect. He be on the lookout. I hope he gets booked soon. He took a lot of time from the beginning. He took like 8 months, 7 months from January through 24, I think, to now. Get him another fight. Get him before the end of the year. And I don't know who you can give him. Maybe someone's fighting next week, like a Chidi Jukwani, a Neil Magny, a Brahimaj, one of those guys. One of those guys who lose. I think you can give Ty Miller, and so like Neil Magny and Chidi are like tall dudes, so that's like an interesting matchup to see Ty Miller against. Billy Rigoff, they'll probably cut him, sadly. Moving on to Steven asked, how did I do on the main card? Gamrot fucked me over. I did good on the main card. I did 1, 2, 3, 4. I went 4-1 on the main card, whatever. Steven Aspen versus Guillermo Pat. I'm really disappointed with Steven Aspen in this performance. I'm going to be honest. Round 1, he's looking good. He's pressuring. He's pumping the jab out. He's dropping Pat twice. He's clinching with him, landing some good knees. Earlier, it was him just in the clinch, landing knees. Then when he was separated, he was finding the left hook, the right hook on the temple of Guillermo Pat. And around, he drops him, lands some good elbows on top. Round 2, immediately clips him, puts him down on his ass. He lets him get back up. And then Steven Aspen does slow down. Like, he was looking slow and ploddy, and this fight reminded me that a good heavyweight prospect is still just a heavyweight prospect. That's still a heavyweight, and they're still going to be ploddy. They're still going to make bad decision making, and they're still going to be shit. And that's what he was looking. He was looking for stepping elbows, but Pat would duck. And yeah, and round 2, I think he even got dropped himself by like a big shot from Gomer Pat. That's why it was like an arguable. This fight was a bit of a swing round. I'm trying to remember, but yeah. But Pat just kept finding the hooks. He was finding hook counters on Steven Aspen because he would engage and drop the hands, and then he would exit. He would also leave his hands, or he would try like rolling out, and I was leaving him open for some of Pat's hooks. Round 3, Aspen was just smudging him against the fence. He's landing some good elbows. He rocks him bad with an elbow in the break and looks for a fucking standing guillotine instead of looking for a finish. He really could have gone like a round 3 TKO if he wanted, but looked for the guillotine instead. And yeah, he slowed down. This wasn't... I feel like we had an image of Aspen after that Sean Sharaf fight that he was this volume monster, and he hasn't really shown that his last 2. Maybe something of being in the UFC. Maybe he's taking preparation for these fights differently. Maybe he's training too hard and he's gassing now in the fights. I don't know what it could be. But the volume's not there. This fight was really bad. Like, he was really just... I mentioned it when I was talking about the Vitor Petrino performance, where he would just let Petrino go away and he wasn't pouring it on. He was doing that here. He wouldn't pour it on. When he would like land a good shot or something, and he would disengage, he would give up the center of the octagon and some more. And it was really disappointing to see, because I feel like he should have dusted up Gourmet Pat, but he didn't. It just reminds you that heavyweight's still shit. Like, that's the thing. So yeah, moving on to the Yuri Nurgaje versus Brute. Oh, but who could Steven Aspen fight next? Dude, this dude was on like a fucking fighting someone who's shit, so I don't know. Someone like just fell out the rankings or something like that. I don't know. He takes damage as well. He's for someone who's like so early in his career, he's taking a lot of like scar tissue damage on his face, and I don't like that. Like the swelling on his like right cheek, I think it's like really bad. So I don't think that's gonna age well for him. He was also fucking flapping his fat titties on a pad during round one. The year Nurgaje versus Bruno Lopez. I picked Nurgaje, I think, on video by decision. I switched to KO. Nurgaje was looking, honestly, he's not that bad. I know I think I crashed down on him for his Tobias Reaper. It's not his name. Dude's name is not Tobias Reaper. Who the fuck is that? Tobias, whoever the fuck he fought, was codenamed Tobias. He beat him, that Brazilian dude from Contender Series, and I was mad as fuck. But I think I was more mad at Tobias. But Nurgaje, like, he's a pretty good southpaw. He works well with the kicks. He lands the left hand to the body pretty nicely. And it took him a while until like the end of the round. He was also getting eye poked twice by Bruno Lopez, pretty badly. And I'm the guy that he touches a lot. The first left hand he lands on Bruno Lopez's chinny ass, literally immediately rocks him, and he sends him down to the canvas. He gets up. Nurgaje finds an uppercut against the fence after like ripping a big combo, and puts him down. Buzzer beater KO. Sick work. I fuck with Nurgaje. Pretty good in performance. He looked clean. He looked technical. The tick wasn't as bad. And yeah. Speaking of like improved things, the meta Apex looked pretty good today. I really love the improved area. A lot of the fans in there looked nice. And it didn't look like a regular venue as well. It gives the Apex like its own feel, other than it just being in a warehouse and there's 20 people in there. Like it has its own feel, has its own lining, has its own setup. I liked it. So yeah. Moving on to Louis Sutherland versus Jose Montana. This is the only other fight I got fucking wrong. He gets tripped. He's in the clinch. He looks for a trip. He gets reversed. He gets subbed. Face crank. Gets subbed. Tweev also made us think that this dude was elite. We thought this dude would be fighting Aspinall or Gane in April of 2027. But he's shit. And the Spain's probably going to kill Tuivas. I don't know how good Jose Montana is. Subbing Sutherland around is honestly pretty good. And like, if we're rating Walter Walker as highly as we do for getting the heel hook on him, I think we can rate Jose Montana. Who he can fight next? Dude, honestly, do Montana versus Steven Asplund. Manuel Souza versus Richie Miranda. Round one. Souza's looking for big shots, like big leaping hooks. I just hated how Souza was looking in this fight early and late. But he's landing some big right hands, some big hooks. Miranda eventually gets a takedown near the end of the round. Lands fucking loads of ground and pound. Bang, bang, smacking it. Takes the back of Souza. Doesn't really get any like big sub attempts or nothing like that. But he tries like he threatens rear naked. Souza does well to defend it, but he's still getting ground and pounded for like 2 minutes. So Richie Miranda takes the first. Round two. Souza's adding in the inside low kick in both stances as well. When Richie Miranda would be in southpaw, inside low kick was really fucking Miranda up. When he would go orthodox, Souza would also look for the inside low kick on that left leg of Miranda. So it was pretty good, and it was allowing him to. He would inside low kick, and it would allow him to fade back as Miranda would try to swarm in, and it was really good defensively, and it allowed him to like set up his big right hand. Like he would go inside, throw the right hand over the top. I wanted to see more just right crosses in round two. He rocked Miranda with the first like clean right cross he lands, and he sinks him down for a big body shot as well. It looks like the fight's about to be over. Miranda goes for a takedown after crumbling to the ground. He latches onto a leg. Sosa gets out, and then that's the rest of the round. Sosa just landing big shots. Round three, if it feels like Sosa's winning, especially because of the big momentum change. He's still sticking Miranda with big right hands, but he was getting like process maxing, like where he was like floating around, like waving the arms. He was like doing this and shit. He reminded me of Protas a little bit. Um, but I guess, I don't even know what I was gonna say, honestly. I just fucking zoned out doing that. But I felt like if he tried to leave it clean, he's like just looking for the big shots over the top. When he would go in southpaw, he'd look for big looping shots. It just wasn't looking nice. I wish he went back to the inside low kicks or some other kicks in round 3 a little bit more. He just started looking for the big shots. And he was getting tagged by Miranda. Like he was caught on the left side of his eye, I think, or like swollen. One of the two, because Miranda was landing the jab on him or fading away with the lead in southpaw. But Miranda also just landing the bigger shots and stuff. He would eventually clinch and he would like, rip big punches, or then he would fucking swing and miss, and then he would get tagged. But Miranda wasn't having the same sting or power or strength as Sosa. So yeah. Moving on to, I think it was a good performance of Sosa, but I really do think the finish was there for him. Richard Miranda looked pretty good though himself. Miles John versus Gianni Vasquez. I was supposed to make a video in the last 2 days. I was too tired. My birthday was coming up, so I got free pass on doing it. I'm not making it. I still have time to make it next weekend. And I was gonna add this fight because I was like, this is just fucking slop. Picked Miles Jones by first round KO, or I picked him by round 2 KO after this fight on my verdict. And Miles Jones gets it with overhand, or with not an overhand. He's setting up the overhand very well in this round, in the first round. And I'm like, if Vasquez could just find the left hook to the body, because Miles Jones is like this. He has his right hand literally glued right here, leaving the open body. He eventually charges in, looks for the double overhand, and he gets clipped by a left hook, like on the side of the head. Gets like sent to a knee. He's wobbling against the fence. Bang! He finds his own left hook, puts down Vasquez like 2 ground and pound shots, and then it's over. Good win for Miles Johns. He needed it. He was on a 3-fight skid, and Gianni Vasquez is literally just brought in to lose on short notice. So moving on to Juliana Miller versus Ravina Oliveira, which I was able to do a prediction for my video. I think I picked Miller by decision finish. She looked good early, just dominating the grappling. Not much already saying this about this performance. Found the sub in round 2. Great stuff. Once she found her takedown, it was pretty much over for Oliveira, because Miller would eventually find the finish. But yeah. I didn't do a prediction for this one. Gigi Canuto versus Carol Foro, but I picked Carol Foro because she beat Dair. I forgot her name, but Dair on that British prospect. On Contender Series, she looked really good. She was rocking her all over the place. I was like, I rate her. And Gigi Canuto lost on the Contender Series, and I was like, okay, or not on the Contender Series, but on Tough. And I was like, I don't know how much I rate that. Round 1, 4 was looking good. Finding the jab, heavy low kicks, making Canuto swell up, or Gigi, I'm just gonna say Gigi. Gigi swell, like her legs swell, and she was getting pretty big reactions from it. She was getting stinging jabs. She was finding beautiful left hooks to the body. She was getting tagged up by the jab and left hook of Gigi, but just landing the bigger shots. At the end of the round, lands like 20 seconds. She rocks her really badly, swarms her. Round 2, Gigi gets the takedown. She just controls, lands a pretty good ground pound. I think she looks for a couple rear nakeds, just doesn't get it. And Fro just gets kind of just stuck on the ground. She doesn't really work her way back up, but she accepts that she's going to just coast around. Gigi does well with ground and pounds, trying to stay active as well. Had some good like back take transitions. Round 3, Fro's pouring it on. It felt like her team told her that she's down 2-0. Or she's like 0-2 on rounds, when it was really 1-1, but it was a good push for her. Like I felt like it was a big momentum swing that she really needed to push for like maybe a finish or something. And she did it. She looked for the finish. was pressuring really well. She got taken out for a second, but she worked her way back up. She defended the takedown. She was ripping. I was like, she needs to go back to ripping to the body, because not only will it help with the takedown defense, it's just going to help slow down Gigi. And I just know it. She can land good left hooks to the body. She's landing some front kicks, defending the takedowns. Gigi's tough though. She's tough. She kind of reminds me. She really reminded me of Tyra, where she has a chin. She's tough, but the striking's not all there. But the grappling is really good. Like, she almost had 4-0 in a couple, like an armbar, I think around 3 at the end of the round. That wasn't really fully in, but she was getting fucked up badly. She was getting pieced up in the third cut. Her nose was bleeding. Roll lands really hard. She was landing some really good hooks over the top, and I just love the body work that she had. She was grabbing the fence a lot. She defended a takedown in the second round. She didn't even defend it. She still got taken down. She tried defending a takedown in the second round with fence grabs. Gorman Pat also was doing something similar. Where is he? There he is. He just keeps putting his hand over the fucking fence and holding on to it. You're not allowed to do that. And yeah, so those were 2 pretty bad cheats. Also, we know Bruno Lopez was eye poking twice. And yeah, 4 was grabbing the fence pretty badly, which is no, it was a good performance. But yeah, who do I think could get performance bonuses? That's what I was going to do. Maybe Juliana Miller. Oh, Miles Johns gets a performance bonus 100%. Maybe you do Montano or Nair Nergaje. But I think Miles Johns, Ty Miller, and Salkilld are 100% going to get it. Then it's probably between one of these two. But I think because of it being a KO, I think it'll most likely be Nair Nergaje. Well, let me know what you guys thought in the comments below of these. This wonderful card. I think I went 9-2 or something like that. I think their prelims had like 7 fights, so I went 6-1. Oh wow, did I go like 10-2? I went 10-2. Let me know what you guys thought of the main event. What do you guys think of these amazing card? Was my birthday, so I thought the card was pretty okay. Gave me some entertainment. Halfway through my day, and yeah, I was pretty satisfied with it. Main event, I wanted it to be a little bit longer, but that was a great performance from Salkilld. Like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed this video. Follow me on Twitter, jazzlovesmma, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I will try to drop a video tomorrow talking about the fucking awful card that we have for UFC 330. Peace.